gorgeous, Alec.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness.
Eu acho que não
I wanted to
pegou
make sure we were inside with the lights on before
o
sunset.
cafezinho que eu peguei naquela hora. Opa. Conta 3 ali já. Opa. Mas será que... Que agonia, que esse cara corre muito devagar. Ah, meu Deus! É. Bom, mulher. Cafézinho. Porra nenhuma. Ela girando. Oi.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public. An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
The power cable goes to that shed over there. dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Sure thing. I'm on it.
Conquista desbloqueada.
The lights are on. Good work.
Não quer correr?
I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay. I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
The
Ué,
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. Once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again. Alice? Honey? The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
nossa, eu pulei muita coisa sem querer.
Maybe it would be that again.
Não, quero voltar antes.
Maybe
Oi,
it would be that.
Rafa. Ah, velho.
Maybe it would be that again. Alice? Honey?
Meu
A
Deus.
shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Ah, tem que apertar pra sair. Ah tá, veio o jogo.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a
Ué,
surprise
pai.
for you.
Ixi! Hoje tem. Não. Ué? Ué? Tô na casa, não posso abrir as portas.
Alan, come here, slowpoke.
Calma.
I'm waiting.
Tá fechada.
Surprise!
Alice?
É nesse quarto aqui não,
What is
foi no
this?
outro que eu ouvi.
I guess I have a small confession to make. I
Whoosh.
thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you
Damn
past.
it, Alice. Everyone
Hey, hey, hey! Just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So
Maybe-
now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not. Alan?
Ih, rapaz.
Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! Damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think
F.
things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Agora tu corre, né?
coming! What the hell? Alice? Alice?
Pois é, não tá travando, não. Tá milagre, né?
Oh no!
F. 2 F. Um pra ela e um pra ele. Porque...
Keep going.
Tava sonante.
Alice?
Ixi, Maria não chegou nem na casa.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another.
Ah, é um sonho no
I couldn't
sonho,
remember
mano.
how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Pera aí, jogo. Microfone. Ok. Escutar. Pronto. Só diminuir. Pronto. Muito baixo. Alô? Pronto. Agora sim. Ok. Tem como empurrar o carro, será? Eu quero empurrar o carro.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Tá, é pra lá. Não quero ir agora. Empurra o carro. Ele não quer, não. Ué, cadê a lanterna? Pronto. Choque.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
É longe mesmo. Café?
Damn. Hello?
Porra, calma. Tá doido. Ixi, Maria. Morreu aqui, ó.
Hello? Is someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Vixe. Mas não tem uma arma.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Ó.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Café, café. Café? Não tem café não.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Tá vendo aquele rapaz ali, não? Eita porra.
Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen,
Deposit.
I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square.
Eita.
Departure by Alan Wake.
Não tem nada aqui? Ah, tá. Ah, é.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake. The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Pronto. Deixa eu ver se melhora. Tá, são só essas páginas. Pesadelo. Eita que eu tô surdo, não tô escutando o jogo. Ainda não tô escutando. Ah, tô sim.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Ai, meu Deus. Tô com lanterna agora? Ai! Por que eu tô me escutando? Ah, tô saindo no... Ah, tô saindo no notebook. Pronto.
I wasn't about to open the door, as long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
During your record, trying
Cadê a arma? Eu sei que tem uma arma.
it's the latest
Então que matar ele.
incontestably
Yes!
proven. Let you
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Only
Hello?
Ah,
see the sights and keep those cholesterol levels.
This is bad.
ai, não dá pra sair por aqui. Passa por debaixo.
There were more of them.
Ah, esqueci o botão. Ah, velho.
My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Pensei que era um baú. Ó, tá a seta ali.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Mais. Opa. Ih, tem mais? Tem não. Não, mas pera aí que eu não quero usar ela agora não. Tá.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
Eita porra.
What the hell was that?
Fica o doido aqui, rapaz. Fica pensando nessas coisas, tá doido?
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Come here.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Ah, pra cá. Ixi, Maria. Se era a ordem, isso aqui ficou pra trás, eu não vou voltar, não.
Barry Wheeler was
Caramba.
bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for
Quem é
that.
Barry?
Not sleeping, messed up. Barry had...
Oh, essa lanterna aqui é boa, maluco. Olha aí. Nossa, gastei uma bateria à toa, né? Se foda. Um dia pra ir, meu Deus. Oxe, não. Eu me perdi. Aqui foi onde eu vim. Como que eu chego lá? Tá. Opa. Onde que tá sinalizando?
Taken. They're taken.
Eita. Cinco, 21. foi isso? Ah, tá. Tem que ir pra onde? Queria não, mas deixa eu tentar ir pra cá. Nossa, mas isso aqui não acha aquilo ali quem não quer, viu, maluco?
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up
Não é
some
aquela dos
other way.
sonhos aqui? Caralho, peguei 21. Ah, tô com 19 bateria, meu Deus do céu. O que é isso? Ah, tá. Capacete.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Aquele ali verde, né? Nossa, quando eu ligar o gerador... Eita, vai uma porrada de...
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Nossa, nem precisou. Nossa. Quantas balas? 2. Ué?
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Isso parece a descrição dos corvos atacando ele. Eita.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Para, tu não é... Ah, foi aqui que eu parei.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Meu
Sure,
Deus do
but
céu.
Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off
Vou ter que
after
matar o
it, and I
cachorro, quer
couldn't
ver?
find him.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure, Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh, Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but comes for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a good night now.
Acabou? A música, né? O jogo tá me dando muita coisa. Ele é textura bugada? É, né? Wake encontra páginas.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
Ah, não. Daí ele criou a Alice só pra essa história.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Tá perto.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second
Eita.
best. The famous dog is...
Eu tenho que ir mesmo, será? Caminho sem volta, né? Ah, não vou não. Que é isso? Meu Deus. Ai, tá porra. Rapaz, vem na maciota, não faz nem barulho. Tem mais? Ah, tá, ia ficar bem infinito mesmo. Safe Heaven. Mas e agora? Pra onde? Ah, perfeito. Ai! Eita, morri. Apertei. Ai, morri. Ai, que desgraça. Tô todo arrepiado. Morri. Morri. Ai. Que droga, como é que eu vou passar disso aqui? Oi? Eu não sei nem pra onde ir. Ô, porra. Ô, velho. Que isso? O tanto? Ai, ai. Vou tomar um
I
banho.
stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the
Spoiler
room
do
through an
futuro.
open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
I never touch salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal to get through the day. We enjoy this magnificent.
Tô com massa, já. Nossa!
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that.
So many of
Wake mente para xerife.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night.
Vou
She'd
achar
think
um
I was
xerife.
lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Muito spoiler do futuro. Nossa, mas esse aqui.
You could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun?
He's kidding, right? Please, please, stay calm. There is
Tô curioso,
no
mas eu tô com
risk.
medo.
Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
É.
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is,
Eita,
this
desgraçado.
one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Morreu.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat in Night Springs.
Que susto, aquele negócio mexendo ali atrás. Por que eu parei isso?
As you might think, it can be dangerous. It requires patience, even with the engine takes bounce isn't easy and fatal. Now you
O bicho teleportou? Porra é essa? Tô todo arrepiado.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Nem li o que ele falou. Nem prestei atenção.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Mas era um sonho.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted
Por
itself.
um momento é foda. Eita! Nossa. Tá, tem um papel ali. Está aqui possuído.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Tô confuso.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing.
Nossa.
Outside there's only darkness. Inside the cabin, outside the story, there's only dark.
Peraí. TV no posto de gasolina. Tá, então o próximo é a xerife que vai aparecer. Tá. Pera. Então, encontra
At first I
páginas.
kept finding the pages as if by...
Ué, mas ele notou agora que ele tá encontrando páginas? Entendi. Nossa, Tacado por Pássaros
I heard them
era,
before I saw
era o
them.
nome da página, na verdade, agora que eu percebi. Isso faz muito tempo. Foi quando a mulher foi raptada. Isso aqui é o de agora.
I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I
Pera.
don't believe this. It'd been me.
Pera. Então ele vai voltar pra casa e vai começar a escrever lá naquela salinha. Ou tem dois dele. Um que está escrevendo e eu.
On the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Peraí, deixa eu dar uma olhadinha mais aqui. Ah, ele vai ligar agora e vai ver a xerife, será? Ué. Nossa. Opa. Talentos. Ele perdeu a mão. Ele tava sem a mão.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Ah, já chegou. Pensei que ia ter batalha aqui.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen,
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
Ei.
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Acabou? Primeira parte? Tem mais página. Ixi, daí ela é do mal. Rapaz, o bicho é doido. Ele voltou foi no tempo.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Possuídos.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Tá, é isso. É isso. Sair pro menu. Deixa eu ver aqui, negócio de episódios. Pesadelos. Tá. Possuídos. Por que um? Ah, especial. O sinal ou escritor. Isso aqui é DLC, será?